Good to see everybody. Thank you for joining us. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi is on. It was not on. Now I'm going to put it on. So hopefully you guys saw all that.
Thank you for joining us. Unafraid. Today I'm back with Mr. Joey Heim. We got a couple really good topics for you guys. We are going to address Jemele Hill's comments and what's really been going on. And I'm going to tell you guys why I am so encouraged by what's going on in the country right now. I could not be more happy and more encouraged with what's going on in the country, and you're not going to believe why. I'm excited about the white supremacists. I'm excited about people speaking out. Yes, dude.
Wow.
Yes, I'm excited about
Are
all
they
of
turning
this.
the corner?
It's
The white supremacists.
Oh, no. You're gonna understand why in a minute.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
But first of all, we're gonna talk about PEDs because Brian Cushing, former USC linebacker, now Houston Texans linebacker, just got popped for PEDs for the second time. I heard he was juicing in college.
He got caught for juicing. Juice is good.
Well, he got caught when he was in the league.
Yeah, everyone knew he was juicing. He was
crazy. Well, they had all those linebackers, Clay Matthews, but I'm not going to speculate about him because he's got family legacy. He's
still
got
freakish though. He's freakish.
But the guy who everybody wants to talk about, the guy who everybody wants to know about is Mr. LeBron James himself, the biggest athlete in the entire world.
Can we give a little background on this or about what happened yesterday? Or you want to say we're still setting up the show? So we just go on the fly.
Yeah.
So I called him all excited yesterday. I said, dude, okay, so a friend of mine is a huge booster at Notre Dame High School. Humongous. His family, his grandfather has given probably $20 million to the school. So he knows I'm in sports media with George. And he texts me and goes, dude, I got some really bad news for you. I think you need to call me. And here I am at Lido eating eggplant parmesan. I'm like, oh, shit, did somebody die? Yeah, I hate things like that. And so I'm scared. And then I call him. He doesn't answer. And I'm like, fuck, I hate this. Maybe a friend of mine died. We have a mutual friend. So he goes, dude, sorry. He calls me. He goes, Joey, I got really bad news for you. Sitting down, my heart's pounding. He goes, LeBron James is going to be a Laker. I'm like, what?
Who told you?
I'm like, no. He goes, dude, but there's more. That's what I heard yesterday. And so I said, dude, how positive? He goes, he was at Notre Dame High School. He was walking around, and his wife said that they're looking to move. Reading between the lines, and they want to. I guess his kid is a really good.
Yeah. His son is 12 years old.
Okay,
and he's in the 7th grade.
Okay,
so actually, he might be in the 8th grade.
Okay, so but a couple years away, a year away.
Yeah, so he could be going into high school next year.
Well, actually, it makes better sense if he's in the 7th grade because LeBron still has one more year to play in Cleveland. So then
he doesn't have one
this year.
Yeah,
this year. Yeah, he has to finish the season, right?
Yeah.
So. He played a pickup basketball game at Notre Dame High School, which is right here in Sherman Oaks, about, 15 miles from here?
Not even that far.
Okay, Giancarlo Stanton went to school there.
Hunter Green,
the number 2 pick this year in the draft, went to the Cincinnati Reds. Anyway, so I made some phone calls. So anyways, going back to the story, so I went on Facebook, and my claim to fame when I was doing sports talk radio 20 years ago was my friends told me that Shaquille O'Neal was coming to the Lakers. I'm like, dude, he's on the Orlando Magic. Nope, he just had dinner with Jerry West, and you know who these guys are, right?
Yeah.
So they're very reliable sources. So my friend said he had dinner with Jerry West, and they agreed he's going to come to the Lakers. I go, dude, he can't. They have Vlade Divac. Like, what are they going to do?
Get rid of Vlade.
That's what they did. They got rid of Vlade. They got the draft rights to Kobe Bryant, right?
Yep.
And who signs him? So I go on the air, everyone's making fun of me. A month later, Shaquille O'Neal is a Laker. They tampered with him. So yesterday,
oh God, everybody wants to blame the Lakers for tampering. Stop it.
You weren't allowed to talk. That's how he traded. So on draft day, when they traded Vlade Divac, I was like, oh my fucking God, he's going to be a Laker. It's true what they said. So yesterday, this was before TMZ, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday, I go on Facebook, I said, I'm going to break the biggest story that I have ever compared to that Shaquille O'Neal one. It's like I'm selling Girl Scout cookies. And a friend of mine goes, hey, so the guy calls me, he says, dude, I feel so bad. Go on TMZ. I'm like, what? I go, don't tell me. And he posts the thing from TMZ. LeBron James was seen at Notre Dame High School, and I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah, but
he knew about it the night before. He didn't tell me the night before. I would have had the scoop on it. He was on USA.
Yeah, but you got to remember too is that it's a little bit bigger than just the whole Notre Dame thing, right? It's huge. because not only that, but the guy also said that, that Notre Dame is a front runner for his kid.
Right.
So so instead of the speculation that TMZ had about, oh, maybe he's coming here, he was seen working out. Guys work out at a lot of places.
Yeah.
But LeBron James has hinted at where he's going. He's called LA home, trolling the fans. And I'm going to tell you who's to blame for LeBron James leaving Cleveland. It is Dan Gilbert, who's one of the worst owners in sports.
I don't know if you can say worst.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, he brought a championship to Cleveland.
No. He didn't bring a championship. LeBron brought a championship.
Yeah, but he got LeBron back to Cleveland.
No, he didn't get. Do you understand that LeBron still hates this man's guts?
No, I know.
For the
but he must. How much does he hate the guy to come back to win a title?
No, he loved the city of Cleveland.
Of course,
you have to remember that. Okay, so here are the reasons why the Cleveland Cavaliers are the worst run franchise. Well, one of the worst run franchises in the NBA and all of sports.
Right now.
So if I tell you that a company, just a company in general, is in financial disarray because they're over the salary cap, they're up against they're far into the luxury tax, all of that. So if I tell you that a company's in financial trouble, if I tell you that they let go of good employees and they badmouth some of the best employees that ever worked for them, and people don't want to go there, would you go work for that company? Would you think that that's a good or bad company?
Of course not.
Exactly. So that you can apply that same logic to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But who does he talk bad about? The whole LeBron thing?
Yes, dude. He wrote a letter about the most popular person in Cleveland history.
It was his meal ticket left
that
out.
Doesn't give you the right to abuse people, dude.
Okay. So let's go back to that whole thing about LeBron. Do you blame him at all for leaving Cleveland the first time?
No way.
Absolutely not.
Under no circumstances.
And I would have left too. And because I live in Los Angeles, so I can only go after Laker fans. But he's not loyal, like all that. But like Kobe wanted. Remember where Kobe said he wanted to get traded to?
Yeah,
the Clippers and Pluto.
Yeah,
right.
See, I'm gonna tell you is that the idea of loyalty in sports is the most asinine idea ever. Right?
I agree 100%.
Because owners, they're loyal to one thing. They're not loyal to the fans because they trade players that fans love. They're not loyal to the city because they pick up and leave whenever a better opportunity comes. They're bigger, better dealers.
Yep.
So they want players and demand loyalty of players, right? And then that pressure comes from the fans too.
Absolutely. Who are the biggest hypocrites?
Yes. So why on earth, if you're a player, would you not do what's best for your family, your life?
We agree. And here's another thing with LeBron James. You know what? It's like torture living in Cleveland your whole life in Akron.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh fuck, I can move to South Beach and hang out with D Wade and Pat Riley. He served his time. He tried his best, dude.
And he made good on his promise of a championship.
But even before that, forget that part. The first time I'm talking about. Yeah. So. Dude, he grew up in Cleveland or Akron.
Yep.
He played high school there. He didn't go to college. He gets drafted by the Cavs. He put in his time. How old was he? 27 when he went to Miami.
Yep.
Everybody, that was like his college years, I think, going away to Miami.
Oh, exactly. He got a chance to go, and then he needed to slow his life down the way he could stay married, keep his family, and all that. You guys, thank you. You guys are watching Unafraid. Joey Heim, George Reister here. Please like the feed, share the feed, continue the conversation. We're talking right now about LeBron James coming to LA. His son, him and Savannah.
But I have more to the story.
Okay, go.
Okay, so everybody's assuming he's going to play for the Lakers, right? First of all, let's go back to LeBron. I give the guy... So, you love LeBron off the court too, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's the most amazing off-the-court player ever. He's not my favorite player in the league. In basketball-wise, however, he is my favorite off-the-court athlete of all time.
Okay. I love the guy too. I don't know about that much, but he gets criticized all the time. He's such a classy guy. Doesn't throw guys under... I know he's a little bit of a drama queen when he's playing and he flops and people don't like that. But the one thing I love about the guy, and I know people that have traveled in the same circles with him, is he doesn't cheat on his wife. Of course, we don't know exactly everything, but by all accounts, he doesn't go to the clubs and you see him like freaking on some girl. So what I love about him is he's doing what's best for his kids, and he's looking for. He's going to different private schools, and he's trying to find a good kid for his school, a good school for his kid. But I heard he said when somebody asked him, "Are you going to play for the Lakers?" He went like this, like. So guess
No. Do you understand that is an optimal opportunity for LeBron to make sure that there are no more tampering charges for the Lakers? Because
you could say that.
Okay.
But I cannot see him going to. Kobe is his rival. He doesn't like him and Dwayne Wade do not like Kobe.
No, they respect Kobe.
They don't like
respect
him,
the Laker lore and legend. So here is what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you the reason why he, under no circumstances, will he be going to the Clippers.
No, not the Clippers. He's not going to the Clippers.
Where do you think he's going?
You didn't even let me finish.
Okay, go on.
Phoenix Suns.
Oh God, are you smoking
He's
dope?
going to the Phoenix Suns.
Why on earth they have no infrastructure? They have no pieces for him to succeed.
Oh my God! They drafted Jackson out of Kansas. They got Devin Booker. They got Devin Booker. Dude, you're telling me the Lakers have more than the Phoenix Suns do?
Absolutely.
The Lakers don't have a draft pick next year. Phoenix has a draft pick. They got Eric Bledsoe that they're going to trade.
Listen, nobody. If you're LeBron James, you're going to be going into year 15. Under no circumstances do you care about rookies. Like rookies.
What are the Lakers? Lakers are surrounded by Ingram is overrated.
No, hold up. First of all, Ingram just grew 2 inches over the summer.
He needs to grow this way because he's too fucking skinny. He's like, he needs to grow.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Right, he's too skinny, man.
But here's the thing, though, about the Lakers and the Lakers situation, right? Is that they not only have Brandon Ingram,
Julius Randle's a tweener.
I would agree. Lonzo Ball.
We don't know anything.
Wait, hold up. So if you want to say we don't know anything about Lonzo Ball, you have to say the same thing about Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons, right? We don't know anything about it. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
So see, I love this because I love using Joey's logic.
That's good. But I'm always fair.
And you're gonna have Paul George come, which you're pretty sure that it's probably gonna happen, right?
Not if Russell Westbrook resigns.
No.
He's gonna say Russell Westbrook's coming too now.
No, Oklahoma City has no cap flexibility.
207.
No, they have no cap flexibility in terms of signing other players, and they know that they don't have enough in Oklahoma City.
Okay, so you're telling me the Lakers are gonna have cap flexibility to sign LeBron James and Paul George?
Absolutely, dude. They're so far under the cap.
Well, first of all,
They got rid of Mozgov, who was their one salary.
Okay, well, they got Luol Deng.
Lou, I think, is gone after this year, buddy.
I think he has 2 years.
No, he's gone after this year. Yeah,
okay. But still, it's not a youth movement. Like, you don't want Paul George will be what, 30 when he comes to the Lakers, 29?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're actually in the good part of your career at that point in time. But let's move on to the second topic.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next topic. Is Jemele Hill, who is an ESPN. She hosts a show on ESPN called The Six, right? So SportsCenter 6. And she got on Twitter, not on her show on ESPN, but on Twitter, and said that Donald Trump was a white supremacist and that
he surrounded himself with white supremacists, and the 63 million votes were from people who supported his bigotry and racism, and so here is why, before we even get down to it and into it, you guys watching Unafraid, please make sure that you like the feed, share the feed. Now is the conversation that you're going to want to share with so many of your friends, because here is the nitty gritty. And let me just explain really quick before we go through it. So I have my camera here. We got George's set up here. So the reason I look back and forth is and I'm reading all of your comments and questions too. So keep them coming. They're pretty funny. So go ahead.
Yeah. So what's going on with Jemele Hill at ESPN? So many people have been upset about it. They're saying, "Oh, you got this is so hypocritical. The White House called for Jemele Hill to be fired," which is lame.
I don't think they called for it. They suggested it. Huckabee's daughter.
That is calling for her to be fired. So, which is lame for the White House to use its platform to try to fire another human being, to fire another private citizen. But hold up, though.
Okay.
See. There's two things I think about it, and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
The first thing is that there are so many people who call themselves left, right, up, down, liberal, conservative. I'm going to tell you, first of all, let's stop using those labels.
It'll never happen.
It is. Well, I agree with you there, but it's lame because the problem with it is it's groupthink mentality. That if you throw people in with groupthink mentality, then guess what? Then you are going to continue with the division and where the country is and where things are right now.
But that's what they want, and that's what they're getting, and it'll never change. You're 1,000. I agree with you 100%.
Because I get called. Here's me.
Oh,
I get called a liberal, a lefty liberal, and then 3 tweets later, I get called a right-wing conservative.
Okay.
On the same day.
Well, nobody calls me a liberal, but they call me a Trump supporter. And, for the record, I remember our teacher used to tell us, never tell people who you voted for. Like, it is a whole different day and age now. So for 2008, the first time I ever voted Democrat, I voted for Barack Obama. 2012, I voted for, Mitt Romney.
Yep.
This time, I would vote, I hate to say it, for Adolf Hitler before Hillary Clinton. I can't stand her and her husband. I did not vote for Trump either. I voted for Gary Johnson. He was one funny motherfucker. I wanted him in the White House.
I will tell you, I am a person, right?
Okay.
Because
Did you say who you voted for?
Yes.
Hillary.
Huh?
Hillary.
Yes, I did vote for Hillary.
It's not bad.
However, right? However, the reason why I voted for Hillary as opposed to voting for Gary Johnson or anybody else, right? The reason why I voted for her is because I believe, right, is that I wished I didn't want to vote for either one of them. I did not want,
and neither I couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't want Hillary or Trump to be president, right?
Gary Johnson won it for Trump.
So, but the problem is this. Here is the problem with the whole election process is that I wanted to play Scrabble and throw all the tiles back in and get new tiles, right? But the problem is that you have to vote for, literally, you have to vote for 1 or 2 people. Because if you don't vote for one of them, those are the 2 people who are going to win. So you have to vote for one of those.
I couldn't bring myself. I would never vote for Hillary and Donald Trump. I was happy he won because it's time to get a fucking businessman in the White House. Is he president?
Hold up. But here's the thing: is this man really a good businessman? He has hustled people. He has bankrupted.
Yeah, go hustle China and Russia.
I'm saying he's bankrupted multiple companies.
Okay.
Like this is not a man who has done business with integrity and with
find me a businessman that's successful. All those NFL owners in those corporate offices, none of them have done business fairly with integrity.
I am not saying that you need to have. I'm arguing against the idea that now we have some sort of elite businessman in the White House who has some magic knowledge and magic power. Right?
Yeah, but I also don't think that when he goes to the White House, like Jemele Hill insinuates, that he puts a white hood on and he's a Klan member.
No. I don't think that he's a Klan member.
Well, that's what she was saying.
No. Here's the thing that you have to remember about just life in general, right? Okay. What do you tell your kids about the company that they keep?
It reflects on you.
Yeah, it reflects on you, right? And when you hang out with Steve Bannon and some of the other Breitbart characters who put out white nationalist, white supremacist rhetoric, you are going to get lumped in with those people. And also, when you in a statement after the Charlottesville thing, right? When you come on and say, "Oh, there were good people who were amongst those carrying torches and all that," you have to
I can explain that though.
Okay, so but let me get to my second point real quick, and I'll let you go. Which is, I am excited about what's going on in this country right now. I'm excited about the white supremacists. I'm excited about
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, okay. I mean because it's not a group.
KKK.
It is a group. Hold on,
KKK?
it is a group. It is not an idea. I'm sorry, it's not a group. It is an idea. I'm excited about everything that's going on in this country. I'm excited about political stuff on sports channels. I'm excited about... No, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm excited about people actually speaking out and feeling free to do these things, right? Because here is one thing that history has taught us about sports, right? When people are saying so many times that sports, that they don't want politics in sports, right? Here is the history and the truth of this country is that sports, whether it's in this country or out of this country, has always been on the forefront of what's going on in life, right?
I agree with
that,
yeah.
Look at when Truman was president, right? What happened the year before Truman... Well, actually, sorry. So Truman desegregated the military.
Right.
What happened the year before he desegregated the military?
Before Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
I know.
So he broke the color barrier.
Right.
And then in the 70s, you had Kurt Flood when it came to
free agency.
When it came to free agency. So another political thing.
Okay.
So there have been so many times that and then when you look at the 36 Olympics in Berlin,
right,
with Hitler's Olympics
Jesse Owens,
and Jesse Owens. So they felt black people were inferior. And Jews and other people, right? But they came, they right. saw they conquered, right? And the reality is that if you look at sports in this country and sports all over the world, they are a precursor to what is going to happen. So sports is actually on the forefront and in line ahead of what's coming in this country. People are being less afraid to speak out. But whether it's white people, black people, or whatever, they're being okay standing for what's right as opposed to just saying, I don't really want to get involved with that.
But who's to say what Jemele Hill is saying is right? So, first of all, Jemele Hill is not an athlete. I don't know. Did she play college basketball or something?
No. She was a writer so she started as a writer.
And I actually like her, to be honest with you. I like her, but if she wants to talk politically, go work at CNN, go work at MSNBC.
Why?
Because when you put on the 6 or whatever it's called with Michael Smith, talk about sports, give us cute, clever anecdotes about.
Do you realize how? No, dude, that is the latest thing ever.
So back to your argument. How come Linda Cohn got suspended? What did Linda Cohn say?
Linda Cohn said that the company is headed in the wrong direction.
She's right.
No, why?
Oh my God.
So here's
their viewership. It's fallen 12 million. 12 million. I mean, that's a lot.
Okay. Here is the reality of that, right?
Okay.
Because people keep pointing to ESPN's numbers and that they're falling and all this, right? The truth of the matter is that yes, there is some truth to that. But they are proportionate and in line with what's happening in television in general. So viewership in television is going down because me and my wife do some production stuff, and it's harder to sell shows now than it used to be.
Absolutely.
And so viewership is changing, and the model is changing just in TV, just in general. And the idea, right?
Wait, but you know why it's changing though? Because people are fed up. Americans don't want to fucking hear Whoopi Goldberg, talk shit about the president. He's gonna win again.
Hold on, see, like this.
That's why everybody's watching Netflix now.
No, this is the hypocrisy in this, right? When Barack Obama was president, right?
Okay.
When Bill Clinton was president, when George H. Bush was George W. Bush was president, right? People criticized all of these presidents, regardless of whether they were Democrat, Republican, and even when it came to Barack Obama, they name called him. They questioned his birth certificate.
But that was on CNN.
Hold on. But no. So they've done all these things, right? And when you look at sports, people are saying, "Oh, I want my sports to be sports and not politicized," right? Sports has always been political in this country on some level, first of all. And the second thing is that when people were calling for Jemele's firing, right? These are the same people who have lined up and said, "Oh, you guys need to stop being snowflakes and stop being so soft, and I want to be able to speak my mind and all this," right? But then when somebody offends your sensibilities, you want to act like a DBAP, don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
You want to be that person that says, "Oh, my feelings are hurt now."
They're not saying to fire. I don't think they're saying fire her. They're saying don't be hypocritical. That's what the Trump supporters and the conservatives say. They don't. They're not They don't go down and rip down statues. They're saying you should be in trouble for ripping down statues. You should be Jemele Hill. Should get it. Jemele Hill. How can she not be in trouble for talking so much shit about the president of our United States? Hold on. He won the election. He won. 63 million people voted for him. So there's a reason he's in the White House, okay? So for Linda Cohn saying like, "Oh, well, ESPN turned their back on their old school viewers," and she gets suspended for a week or 2 weeks, and Jemele Hill, listen, if Jemele Hill were white, she would have gotten suspended. Or
No
fired.
way.
You cannot. ESPN cannot fire a black person anymore.
That's not true.
What did Al Sharpton say? What did Al Sharpton say? No. They fired those other people not for things they said, just to cut corners.
Yeah.
But what did Al Sharpton say? If you fire Jemele Hill, we are going to come after you, ESPN.
And why is that?
Linda
Because
Cohn has no way to protect her.
hold on. Here is the thing: is that when you speak out against your employer, right? So you have to no. She spoke out against her employer.
Just it wasn't a good idea, but okay.
So you have to apply the same logic to everything. So these are two separate deals. Because had Jemele said that on television, then 100% I can agree that is a potential fireable offense. Curt Schilling, right? Curt Schilling did this is who people point to. Curt Schilling got himself jammed up, right? Not just about the bathroom issue, right? His posts were about making fun of people, which is not okay. But
she didn't make fun of the president?
No. Here is no. She exercised freedom of speech the same way that people exercise freedom of speech about Barack Obama.
So did Curt Schilling.
There is a difference in that. See, because here is what I totally believe, right? The way everybody can be clear is that I believe in the freedom of speech.
So do I.
I believe, and it is wrong, right? It is wrong for if I'm whatever faith I am. I happen to be a Christian. If I'm looking at my beliefs, what I believe the Bible says, all this, right? And if I came out and said, you know what, I believe homosexuality is a sin, right? However, I believe that we are supposed to love every single person and treat them fairly, not exile them and treat them improperly and all this, right? So, but someone coming out and saying that, right? That can get you fired. Okay. But it should not get you fired. It should get you fired if you say it on somebody's show, because you can't be bringing certain things like it's just certain things in media. Like there are certain things like you can't talk about Jews in terms of the Holocaust. Like you can't reference Hitler.
Really?
No, dude, that's
part of history. I mean, that's part of history. But let me give you an example. There was an article that came out, and this was a huge thing on. Sorry about that. My phone is falling. And by the way, guys, we are reading all your comments. John Barras says there's a double standard of what's going on, and I agree with Linda Cohn. And oh boy, sorry about that, everybody. So with Linda Cohn, I just think if she were black, if it was reversed, Jemele would have been fired and Linda Cohn would have been safe. That's how I feel.
No, dude. If you speak out about your company, right? If you speak out,
but it was she's just giving an opinion. She's on a radio. Hold on, she's on a radio show. She didn't just offer it. She was like somebody called in. She was filling in.
Hold up. So
she can't be honest.
No. Hold up. There is an element of being honest, and then there's an element of
she didn't kill them.
Of being foolish. So hold up. Okay. So if somebody that works at Microsoft, Apple, Google, any of these companies, if they come out and say
that's a great Jacqueline Stern said Stern Graham, excuse me, I've known her for years. So it's careful freedom of speech.
No,
exactly.
No, it's not careful freedom of speech. It is. So if I work for Google, Apple, any of these companies, right, and I come out and say the iPhone 10 just came out, and I say, listen, Tim Cook is taking us in the wrong direction. This company is destroying itself against the iPhone users. And is that person going to be employed at Apple for very long?
Well, what does that say about Apple? I mean, you're like muzzling somebody. It's not
no.
First of all, she didn't even say it wasn't even that bad.
No. That's what she said.
Okay. So if ESPN, hold on.
No. You didn't answer the question. The question is if somebody who worked at Apple said. Because I get that we want to try to compare these two issues, but they're not the same.
But okay, so make it a fair comparison. So
you didn't please answer the question.
Here's a fair comparison. So if the person that works for Apple says, "Yeah, I'm not so crazy about the iPhone. You know, I don't think they did a great job." That's what it would be. Not like it's a horrible product. We're gonna lose millions of dollars.
No. I just said what I just said.
That's the comparison.
That if somebody said
their opinion.
Yeah, if somebody said the company's headed in, Tim Cook is taking us in the wrong direction. And no, hold up. He's taking us in the wrong direction. And the new Apple iPhone is alienating the old users, and we're gonna lose, right?
Okay.
So do you think that person would be employed at Apple for very long?
Possibly not. Now let me turn it around, okay? So let's say Obama, let's say 4 years ago, okay? Linda Cohn says, Obama's just a black president. Maybe we won't get another black president because the way he's running the White House. Would she have been fired 4 or 5 years ago?
Linda Cohn?
Linda Cohn. If she said that about Obama.
No.
She wouldn't have been fired. Okay.
No.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think? Here's
the thing: is that on not only Fox News, but you've had other channels, right? Who people have been critical of President Obama. They were critical of George Bush. They were critical of everything, and they called it. I mean, they called George Bush an idiot. They called him stupid. They called.
But that's okay for CNN and Fox.
It doesn't.
Hold on. Those channels, CNN. I mean, look at MSNBC. They killed Donald Trump. They make up so much crap about it. Like, how many times does Donald Trump have to denounce David Duke? I denounced David Duke, and then they say, he put his left hand too high.
No, hold up. Here is the problem with where this conversation is going, right? Is because it gets to trying to defend people, right? Like this is where Trump supporters, where they are like, well, somebody's attacking our guy, so we have to defend him and defend everything that this guy does, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with President Obama, same thing with George Bush, same thing with Clinton, all this, right? Here is where we have to get to, people, to actually improve what's going on, and why I said I'm excited about the temperature of the country right now is because we are moving in the right direction in terms of people not being afraid to speak out and say what they feel. But the problem is this: the problem is when we get to a place to where we are calling for people to be fired simply because they say some things that we disagree with.
I'm about to get them so good right now.
It's different if we are offensive to people, right? If I say Jews are stupid, lazy, and all they care about is money, right?
Okay. Which is pretty true in my case, but
so if I say that, right, then I've put myself in a position to be fired. Would you agree with that?
It depends who you're working for. So
No.
That's what people were saying. So people were saying that yesterday that we're again. First of all, that the thing that I put about Jemele Hill, it's so cool because my post is public. So I get people from Tennessee, New York. So they say, why do you think people care about? Why is it okay for you to say it on your podcast? Because first of all, nobody's paying us, right?
So here's the other thing about it is that we talk a lot of sports, right? And that we are pretty much a sports show that talks about things that intersect with life and sports.
Like what's going on with Jemele and ESPN.
Yeah, when you listen to ESPN Radio, when you listen to Mad Dog, when you listen to any number of sports things, right? They're always talking about politics as it relates to sports on some level, right? So it is natural that is, especially with the temperature in the country right now, that these things are naturally going to intersect. And when you look at ratings of news channels, of every other station, when these things go on, they are up. Right. So this is what people want to talk about. Like when you look at like a guy who I've known and who've known for a long time and I like, even though sometimes.
How come Jemele Hill doesn't talk about it on ESPN?
How
come she doesn't talk about it? If people want to hear her talk about it, how come her and Michael Smith don't talk about what allows Donald Trump is? How come they don't go on air?
There is a nature of it. It is still a sports show and not a politics show.
But you just said that you like that it's intercrossing, so she should not be a coward and do it on her Twitter page. Go out.
That is not cowardly. That's
say how you feel. She should say how you feel. Not selective freedom of speech. Say
no. It's not. It's not selective. It's using your. So if you're watching Dan Rather's nightly news,
that's
right?
Dan Rather.
No. Oh, okay. And he gets on and starts talking about how he feels about the Dodgers ownership, right? No. He gets on and talks about how the Dodgers ownership and how the Dodgers are losing baseball games, right? That is not appropriate for his show because people are watching and tuning in to see a particular thing. And so there's an element of if something sports comes up, he may interject something like that. But if he gets on and talks about sports on his Twitter page or his Facebook page with other people who he's dialoguing with, then then that's not cowardly. That's actually normal because you are talking in public. Like
Okay.
it's not hidden.
But I want to go back to what George was saying before because I could not agree with him 1,000% less. And let me know if you guys, I'm reading some of your comments over here. So you said it's exciting time. Why? Tell everybody why you said it.
Oh, I said I'm excited about what's going on in this country because sports has always been on the forefront
And people can speak their minds, right?
of what's going on in terms of healing and race relations, right?
Okay.
So I am in favor of that, and I like that because there were so long, right, that these racist, white supremacists, and whoever people, right?
Okay.
They were closeted. Like these people didn't come out. Like this band of people wasn't formed because of Barack Obama. These people were always there. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So they were just closeted because it became very unpopular to have these beliefs and these thoughts because it could get you fired and it could get you jammed up.
Okay, but
right? Would you agree with that?
But let me go back to what I was saying. So Hillary Clinton can go to Cal Berkeley and speak her mind, say whatever she wants. But if somebody with an opposing view, Ben Shapiro can't go and speak over there. Milo, the Greek guy, the gay conservative.
There's actually no such thing as that, but whatever.
He's like the only one. But you cannot. How come a conservative cannot go? Freedom of speech, right? Everybody gets a chance.
Hold on. I'm not allowing. We're not allowing conservative liberal.
But it's true.
I mean, it is.
It's true though. I hate to say it, but like, dude, all the stuff that happens at Cal Berkeley is when a conservative goes over there to speak. That's when all the fights start.
Here is the
Hillary Clinton goes. She's, they'll send her roses.
Here is the problem with what you're saying, right? So that same argument could be made because I'm not a Hillary fan, so we're gonna have to use somebody else as an example.
Bill Clinton. Let's talk about Bill Clinton. Let's talk about Barack Obama. Okay.
There is
if Ted Cruz went to go speak at Cal Berkeley, there would be riots.
No way. Nobody likes Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz might be a little extreme. Okay.
So but the truth of the matter is that you have to know your audience, right? Is that you have to know.
How about diversity?
No. Okay. So if
my niece goes to that school, my niece goes to Cal Berkeley. She doesn't hate Donald Trump. Yeah. She wants to hear an opposing side. That's how we get smarter.
I 100% agree with you, and I do not believe because me defending Jemele Hill and standing with Jemele Hill in the situation is actually good for your argument in terms of I believe that people are at times too sensitive and want to censor people too much. And if that is the left view or whatever, then I have been adamant. But
that's not our problem. We're not arguing with that. We're arguing that if you're going to suspend Linda Cohn, suspend Jemele Hill. If you're going to fire Kurt Schilling,
you cannot see. Here is where you keep getting it mixed up, dude. Is that you cannot compare what has happened with Jemele Hill.
Kurt Schilling didn't say anything about. Okay, listen.
Hold on. I'm saying you can't compare Jemele Hill and Linda Cohn because Linda Cohn literally spoke out against the company. If you
but you're doing a radio show, somebody
it doesn't matter.
Like that's like us not giving an opinion. You have to give an opinion, or else nobody's going to listen.
No. You do not have to give an opinion about the people who write your checks, right? So if LeBron James, right? LeBron James will, he may say something like he may have some internal beliefs about what's happening at Nike, right? Or he may have some internal beliefs about what's happening at the Cavaliers, right?
Okay.
Do you ever hear LeBron James actually like speak out against them as opposed to say something like, "Man, I would love our roster to get better because I want to win championships."
I mean, he's said it so many times though.
So, but that's the point I'm making is that Linda Cohn spoke out against the company.
Yeah. And
in Kurt Schilling's case, right? There are some of Kurt Schilling's comments, right? Because it wasn't just a one comment. Like this is a series of events and insider information here. Kurt Schilling was actually talked to about these things before he got fired. Not telling him to not. They didn't
so
tell
Jemele Hill does this again. She should be fired. And she goes on Twitter and they say, hey, ESPN said they spoke to her. She knows that she shouldn't have done it. She apologized. So if she does it again, will you go on record now and support her firing?
No. Because wait, hold up. But you have to understand the why.
Why?
You have to understand
Tell me the why.
The why. Because I have no problem with Linda Cohn being suspended. But if Jemele Hill came out in her apology or in any way and spoke out against the company, then you're going to get suspended or fired. Like if you speak out about your...
So not about the company. If they said, listen, we don't want... there's some companies that you cannot talk about politics.
If they made an agreement, right? And they sat there and said, listen, you can say, because you are allowed to be critical of the president. You are allowed to be... But
be critical. Don't call him a white supremacist. He's not a white supremacist.
So, but
Jesse Jackson gave him awards in 1999.
What the hell did it do? Dude,
black people, he must have done some good for black people.
No. There have been a lot of people who have...
His daughter converted to Judaism. You're not... If you're a racist, you cut your daughter out of the will like that. She's not allowed to work in the White House. No. She converted... You know what it's like? If you hate Jews... How do you allow... First of all, her and her father are so close. She's never going to want to disappoint her father. She converted to Judaism. If her dad was so against it, she would never have dated that guy.
Why not?
Because she loves her father.
Okay, here's
I never want to disappoint my mom, so I married a Mexican girl. What can I tell you?
Okay, so here's the reality of the situation, dude. Is that in no way have I said that that
she should lose...
No. So to go back to your question, Jemele, if they have made an agreement that she can speak politics, she can do all these things, express her freedom of speech. However, is that a name calling, right? Which is I think where the trouble came, right? Which is calling,
insulting his voters too.
No, she never insulted his voters.
She said like he was pandering to a bunch of all the racists. What's that guy's name? Vaughn, the black dude from CNN that said it was a white lash.
Oh,
what was his name? Vaughn something. That was, hold on. Out of all the things that happened after Election Day, that fucking pissed me off the most. I wanted to punch that guy.
No.
A white lash.
There is a. I don't like the term. However, there is a Reuters poll, right? That was just.
I hate polls.
Hold on.
I hate them.
Well, Donald Trump loves them, and there is some
huge. He's got that.
Yeah, huge. And there is some accuracy in some of them. There is
some truth to be all the polls that said Hillary was going to win. So, how accurate was that?
So, what I'm saying,
landslide. She's going to win in a landslide.
So, but there were polls that said that he was going to win.
The last.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Well, polls can be tainted, polls can be biased, absolutely. Polls can be all that.
Thank you.
So what I'm saying is that there is some element of things that can be derived from polls, even if you don't believe the exact percentage. There's some truth to be derived from them. If there's a truly like random, accurate sample size and all that, right? So there was a Reuters poll that was done in end of August, beginning of September after Charlottesville, and this speaks to the white lash thing that you were talking about after the election. It was in the poll saying that 40% of white people feel like they are under attack.
40%?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the amazing part about this, right? The amazing part about this is that speaks to the election, that speaks to some of this other stuff, because there are so many people who are misinformed and believe things that are not true, right?
Who tells them that?
Huh?
And where do they get their information?
They get their information from either
the media.
From whatever media source that they listen to,
right.
Because all media sources are biased.
Absolutely, and most of that biased media is on the liberal side.
And some of them it is in the media.
You got Fox News, and then you got everything else: CBS, NBC, ABC, MSNBC. CNN.
No. There are some there are some hosts that are like there are some hosts on Fox who try to play it more down the middle. There are some hosts. No, there are
too much.
There's like one or two. And then there's the same thing at CNN, same thing at MSNBC.
No, MSNBC is all anti-Trump.
So here is that 40% of white people, according to this poll, feel like white people are under attack, right? And here is where, because I understand why they feel like that. Because when things have been one way for so long, right?
Okay.
And you didn't see anything wrong with it because it didn't really affect you and impact you, and you thought everything was cool for everybody else, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes it very difficult for you to see and believe that there's actually as much inequality and unfairness as people are saying. So the equality that people are not just asking for but demanding now can feel like oppression to you.
But white people are asking for this?
No. I'm saying that the equality and fairness that people of color or people of different religions, races, sexualities, whatever, is asking for, it can feel like oppression to some people.
Yeah, but going back to the Van,
so would you
Van
agree
Jones,
with that?
his name was.
Well, no, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? That if you are a white person and people are saying to you, that diversity is important. Diversity is important.
Yeah, it is.
But in your life, you feel like your experience is, well, your assumption is companies have always hired the best people, right? So if that's your assumption, right, which is a false assumption, but it's an assumption that is based upon reality in your life, like your experience,
right?
Then the asking for diversity and demanding diversity, not just for the cultural sake and all that, for life's sake. I mean, for the company's actually like existence.
Yes.
And their growth and all that makes sense.
But now I agree with you. But now I think if let's say a white guy and a black guy walk into ESPN, the same exact credentials, same education, who's gonna get the job?
Wait, what?
A white dude and a black dude, same age, same. They're like identical twins, except one is white, one's black. They have the same qualifications. ESPN is hiring one guy. Who are they gonna hire?
Don't know, because it is there was a time, right? When
there was a time.
No, hold up. There was a time.
Yeah.
Where that was a no-brainer. The white guy's gonna get hired, right?
Right. Yes.
And
I agree with that.
And 100%. Nowadays, what has happened is if you have two equal people, right? Mm-hmm. Companies on some level do have to look at their numbers and their demographics and say, okay, well, we should go with a person of color in this because we don't have anybody represented on this show, right? And that actually speaks to a problem, because at the point in time where you actually have to consider that considering race or sexuality or color or any of that is a necessary part of the hiring process, that lets you know that what was going on before that was broken. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that lets you know that?
But we know that it's been broken for a long time. It was broken. It's not. I don't think it's broken anymore.
Well, I would agree that there is more leaning now to, but this is not just for people of color.
Latinos are getting shit on though, and my wife is Latino. I have half Latino kids. Where are their jobs? Sergio Dip, thanks a lot. They fucking hire guys.
No.
It's not even his first language.
No. So actually, Sergio Dip, just so everybody knows, he was the guy who didn't do well on Monday Night Football. However, he's hosting a show on ESPN Deportes, and apparently he's really good at that. He just
in
had
Spanish.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay. He just had trouble with the English part of it,
Jesus.
And he froze up on television.
Poor guy. I wonder. He wasn't sleeping that night, right?
No, for sure.
Oh my God,
for sure. And when we look at what's going on in the country, I am excited because I believe that we are going in the right direction.
I feel the exact opposite as you. It's so weird
because the fact that sports is being not only politicized,
but maybe sports. Okay, I'll give you sports, but you can't. When Trump won, all those ugly women who went in the street dressed up as vaginas and all the riots and all the rallies. Your lady lost. fucking
So
put your panties away and be a fair. Don't be a sore loser.
Okay, see, here's the thing that I think about Trump.
When Obama won, I didn't see anybody in the streets marching and kill the black guy. I didn't see any of that.
Because that would have been completely unpopular. I mean, it would have.
Yes, that's my point.
It would have.
That is my point.
And when
listen, I'm gonna tell you real quick. And this is God's honest true story. You could ask my wife. We go to parties. We go to family functions. And people pull me to the side in front of Hilda. They say, Joey, come here. I wish I could say the stuff that you say on Facebook and social media. I swear I feel exactly like you do, but if I say it, the moms at school won't talk to me. I can't, you have to be once again, I did not vote for Donald Trump, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. I feel like I always have to defend the guy because all the shit that comes out against him is bullshit.
See, no, it's...
I hate that.
I don't... Here's the thing, though. So, would you say that on its surface, right, that what the things that Donald Trump has not only said about women, but
what did he say about women?
No, hold up. What about the?
Please don't bring up the Billy Bush thing because that's whack. Oh, come on,
dude. No. I'm
gonna tell you right now. I have said much worse about what I was doing, anal, whatever with women.
Here's the thing is that I'm not even gonna get into the Billy Bush thing because there has been a lot of
why did he get fired? Let's go back to that. Okay. Once again, why did Billy Bush get fired? Why can't he work in the business again? Because it was Donald Trump that he did it. If he was Barack Obama, I fucked her in the ass.
No, hold on. If Barack Obama said that, he would have never got elected. First of all, because
that's true.
Because the black man had to be squeaky clean.
He had to be.
Yeah, he had to be
true.
squeaky clean.
I'm with you on that one.
So and that's where if a woman, if a person of color said or did all the things that Donald Trump did, would he have been elected?
But
no, I'm asking. No, answer the question.
But then why was he elected?
No. I'm asking.
Why, I'm asking you. Then why was he elected? If he's such a piece of shit guy,
I'm
asking you a question. I don't know the answer.
I'm saying that he gets thrown into this category. Oh, he's just speaking off the cuff. He doesn't.
Listen, do you really? Let me ask you a question. And this is why I think he got 63 million votes. Do you think that people care about what he said 15 years before he ran for president? Do you think that's fair? No.
It gives you a little bit of an indication of the person's character and all that stuff.
He was talking like two guys talking in the locker room.
Here is my problem.
If he was running for president, he did that. First of all, I have a huge issue. The whole Donald Sterling thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate that she videotaped the conversation he had. Forget the stuff that came out. That's like the biggest scumbag thing to do. So whoever had that copy of that, what was it, Heart Extra or whatever.
Yeah.
So do you have a problem with him saying that 15 years before he ran for president?
Okay. People say things in private all the time that they wouldn't say publicly. I do believe that your character off whatever should match your public persona. Hold on.
I totally disagree.
But here is my problem with Donald Trump, right? It has nothing to do with the stuff he said. It has nothing to do with anything. It has to do with the reason why I refuse to vote for him. I don't currently think he's a good president. I don't think that he... The
evidence... stock market
hold up. Here's the...
Dow Jones...
Okay, so I'll get into that. Here's the thing is that my biggest problem is that he doesn't do the things that he said that he was going to do,
so he's a politician now.
No, and which is what he was posing as, the anti-politician, but he's actually exactly what he said that he was not.
If we hold every guy to the fire who doesn't keep their political promises, and we won't have any presidents.
And when we look at, so people are the economy is up, jobs are up, all this stuff, right? If you look at a line graph, right, of from 2007 to now, right. First of all, the Dow Jones is higher every single year. Like there is no, like the Dow Jones constantly goes up. There is no years where like the Dow Jones,
but it's breaking records.
Because it
didn't break records when Obama was president.
Do you understand that he inherited probably the worst financial situation of a country since FDR? And when you look at the growth of jobs, this is just the truth. Like, this is not a Donald Trump bash. This is not anything. Because what I'm saying is that I have no clue, right, based upon evidence, is what this man has done since he has been in office. Because the reality is this, is that the economy, jobs have been on a steady growth, right? Okay. Steady growth. Like the line graph has been on the same angle, right? Since 2007. And the true mark of presidents, right? The truth be told, is not as soon as they get elected. Like, it's what happens after they're out of office, because their policies have taken effect. It's like recruiting in sports. Like, if you, like when Larry Coker took over.
So maybe you could say that George Bush should be taking credit for Obama, the policies that he ran through, because it was George Bush's presidency.
Yeah, but when you have two, but at the end of,
and the war is the thing that fucked up the economy with Bush.
Yeah. So and then the economy has been growing and all that. So I'm not saying that Donald Trump he's done.
It's also been 7 months. That's given time.
But that's why I'm saying that you can't then take credit that you're doing all this miraculous stuff when that's not what has been proven. And when you see, like, what I believe, right, is when people are talking about Russia, they're talking about all this scandal and all that stuff. I will tell you this: I am 100% out on all that.
Thank you.
Because here is the however at the same time, because it gets tiring and I get fatigued talking about it every day. And the reality is this:
if there was something there, it would have come out already.
Nah, scandals don't come out till, they don't always come out at that point in time, because people are covering
prostitution, golden showers. Like, how much bullshit can you keep?
But here is the reality of it. He should not be impeached for prostitution and golden showers. There's nothing there. But here's the thing: is that you either have to go all the way or you have to leave it alone.
Yep.
So if you're gonna go into Russia and all that stuff, I don't want to talk about it every day. Either have enough evidence to impeach him,
but there's a reason they talk about it every day, because Fox News doesn't talk about it. CNN talks about it. MSNBC talks about it, because they know.
Fox News also defends any and everything that the guy does.
But the Russia story is so stupid. It's
I'm just talking about that they defend everything that the guy does. When in reality, the way it should be, I know I'm being an idealist,
it's not going to happen.
Right here, is that I voted for President Obama twice, right? There were some things with his foreign policy that I did not agree with, that I thought were awful, right?
That's why I do not like him.
So I thought his domestic policies were good. I did not feel like his foreign policies were good.
Yeah. Usually Democrats with foreign policy are...
And that's why, and I, as a black man, I don't register with any party, because I vote for who I feel like is the best candidate.
Have you ever voted Republican?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm really not that old, so I've only voted in this election, Obama's election,
and Bush.
Wait, hold up. Bush was in
2002,
98,
2002,
98.
I was 2004, 2004.
Yeah, so 2000. Yeah, I was barely old enough to vote.
So you voted for Bush?
No. I don't think I voted in 2000, but I voted in 2004. So I was 18, I think, in 2000. So I didn't vote in 2000, but I voted in 2004, 2008, 2012.
But all these people that get on me, you're a Trump supporter, you're a conservative. I voted, like I said, because at the time I had a Mexican son and one on the way. Hilda was pregnant with Talia. I voted for Obama to show that everybody has a chance in this world. Even my kids will be half Israeli, half Mexicans. So that's why I voted for him. And then his foreign policies, especially that deal he gave with Iran, and how much? What did he give him? $350 billion. How could that money have been spent for Hurricane Harvey? And why are you giving a country like Iran $350 billion?
Hold on. I
might be wrong about the amount, but
here is the thing about these things is that we all like sausage, right? But we
turkey sausage,
but we don't want to go to the sausage factory.
Right.
And there are some things that
are done. Saying? I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Because when I was telling Steele, there's a place somewhere, I don't know where it is, but the Farmer John, they slaughter all the pigs over there. You could smell the bacon for 3 miles. I never heard that before. Yeah. It's disgusting. You go into that city, wherever Farmer John is, you get off the freeway, that you could roll the windows.
It's like the sriracha building where like the people are upset because the sriracha factory, it burns people's eyes. Like the people who...
It's like cutting onions or something.
Yeah,
right?
So that live around it. So look. So here is the next topic, though, because we've spent an enormous amount of time on this. Is Pete. Yeah, Brian Cushing. So Brian Cushing was
played at SC.
Yeah,
he's a Texan his whole career, right? Or no?
Yeah. He's been a Texan his entire career, and he has since then been suspended for PEDs. He's been suspended for 10 games. And this got me to thinking, right? Because with me being a professional athlete and Joey admitting steroid use on Unafraid, we thought that this would be the perfect topic for us.
Though. I mean, I've done steroids, but
okay.
This is all natural, kids. That's natural.
No way.
Yeah, it's natural.
No way.
Yeah.
What do you?
All I do is work out, shit, and take care of the kids. But no, I've juice. But here's the thing about juice. So. This true story. Before I ever did steroids, I was 100, and I worked at a powerhouse gym. So that's what that tells you. So I felt, and I'm so proud of myself because I never was the kind of guy who folded under peer pressure, and I did. So I was 27 years old. I weighed 175 pounds, and I bench pressed 350 10 times, natural. Then I started juicing, and my body completely felt the shit. That's what happened. So Brian Cushing, remember Juan Gonzalez? I used to love that guy.
Yeah.
Juan Gonzalez, Jose Canseco, Sammy Sosa, all these guys, their bodies broke down, you know? And so that's what's happening to Brian Cushing right now.
So what do you think? So if you were a professional athlete.
Well, you're asking the wrong guy. Right? I'm not even an athlete.
Well,
I'm asking you.
Okay.
Let's ask you. You never juiced.
No, I never juiced. What I did is I had a doctor that lived he just so happened to be in a different state, was a neuropathic
This
doctor.
when you were playing where?
In Jacksonville.
Okay.
And I would get IVs like once or twice, at least once a week.
Okay.
Right? And during the season to help me recover.
Okay.
Right? It had vitamins, minerals, all these things, right? I do know some people who had a little extra drip in there, right? Because when you're a professional athlete,
your teammates.
Yeah, the thing that you care about the most is recovery, right? That's where the things that professional athletes take, like they're not taking like the Zato anabolic steroids. They're taking designer.
Not anymore, but they used to.
Yeah, they're taking designer things that increase, like they literally take your blood, figure out what vitamins, minerals, and all the stuff that your body's not producing at an optimal level, and basically max everything out at 100%.
Right.
And we don't know what the long-term effects are. We don't know what the side effects are. All of these things of this on your body, right?
Balding.
So here is what I would say, honestly, if I had to do it all over again. Being that I was a player that got hurt multiple times, and that kind of cut my career short, I would say that if I had to do it all over again, being the finite nature of the game, I would definitely consider it. Well, I probably would do it when I was hurt to get back faster, the way I could be back strong.
But it doesn't work that way. Like once you take it, you get hooked. Like, oh shit! Like you feel like Superman. So it's not like you're gonna take it only when you get hurt. That's what you're thinking right now. But when you're like, fuck, I'm faster, I'm stronger, I'm bigger. That's when see Brian Cushing.
But guys don't really care about being bigger so much.
Oh my gosh, Brian, they faster. I mean, that's
yeah.
Like Roger Clemens. That's the biggest farce of all time. Roger Clemens says, steroids didn't work. Like it doesn't make you throw the ball faster. Bullshit. I mean, your focus and concentration when you're on steroids is that's why Barry Bonds was hitting 75 home runs. I mean, your focus is it's like uber focused when you're on the stuff.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh. That's why look at these baseball players. Like when they were juicing, they could hit the ball. They're hitting for higher average, and then they got off the juice. Like the case number one was Brett Boone for the Seattle Mariners. He went from hitting 42 home runs, 44 home runs. The guy's about this tall, and then when they started testing, he hit 7 home runs. Couldn't. I mean, hitting under 200. So yeah, man, the concentration, the focus is there.
Oh wow. Yeah. See, I never knew it.
But Mike Schmidt said it too. Mike Schmidt said, if I was playing in the steroid era, I would have been juicing.
And that's my problem with players not being in the Hall of Fame, right? Because during the
they're
steroid
starting to
era,
come now.
yeah,
Piazza, Bagwell, Biggio,
yeah,
Pudge Rodriguez. Those 4 are juicers in there, right?
and when you look at the fact that baseball kind of turned its back on some of its biggest stars who helped save the game.
But it's not baseball.
Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. Well, the
media.
Yeah, the
That's
media
it.
and the writers,
Yeah.
right? But baseball went along with that whole Mitchell report thing and all that. And the
They
reality,
had to.
no,
They hired him.
no, yeah, and that's the problem. What baseball should have done in the situation
Nothing.
is just said, you know what? Yes, we have found
And
out,
that's it.
or we
You're right.
realized that people were using steroids. Yeah. We're going to put in a testing policy. We don't know who did it. End of story. We're not cooperating with any reports. We're just like that's the end of the story. That's what baseball did. But my problem is that the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
That you have Bud Selig. That's what I was going to say. Is in the Hall of Fame. He oversaw this. He allowed it to happen.
Yeah, because baseball boomed with the steroid era because chicks love to dig the long ball.
Yep.
And that's what happened. But Brian Cushing, that's my point, is that he knows. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, what you're not thinking of. Brian Cushing, you don't think he knows he's going to get caught?
Well, he's going to lose $4 million this year. So
he doesn't care. He cannot. It's an addiction. To some guys, it becomes a total addiction. He's addicted. Other guys, they'll get suspended. See, that's the thing. Nowadays, like if you're a baseball player, so many guys have gotten caught, that's not even a big deal anymore. It used to be, Rafael Palmeiro.
So what do you think about the dude, the kid that's from here that plays for the Brewers?
Ryan Braun?
Yeah.
Oh,
you think he's still on it? Do you think he got
No. Well, first of all, Ryan Braun, let me tell you something. That I was totally wrong about that. I stuck up for the guy.
Yeah.
His brother works out at my gym. He played at North Valley where I grew up. That's what I hate the most is guys that they if you get caught, admit it. That's why, I give A-Rod credit. Even though he's fudging a little bit, but like Andy Pettitte, remember what he said? I did it one shot.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do one shot. Roger Clemens, remember when Andy Pettitte said, yes, I know Roger Clemens juice. What was the word he said? He misremembers.
Yeah, he misremembers.
Misremembers.
I love that word.
And what about Bond's word? Unknowingly. Unknowingly, you still took it. Even though, you knew Barry Bonds' head was a size 8.5.
So I agree with you there that people who don't admit what they do, that's a problem. That's whack, right? But the reason why I don't have a problem with these guys being in the Hall of Fame is because the playing field was level. Like, it's not like you had the majority of players having an advantage. Like, pitchers used it.
But
hitters used it.
But not everybody. Derek Jeter, you got to give him credit. Some guys.
You cannot say that, buddy.
Derek, come on.
You cannot say
Derek Jeter, listen. Derek Jeter, not just saying he's a Yankee. Cal Ripken Jr.
I love the Yankees, by the way.
Derek Jeter, Cal Ripken Jr., there's some guys that just have character. You know what I mean? They're just, and let me tell you something, baseball players when I was dealing with them with media, they're the biggest jerks. They are.
King Griffey Jr. is one of the biggest.
Well, you know why though? Him and Bonds, why?
Because how the media treated their fathers.
Right, and that's back then, like when you're a black dude playing sports, man, Yeah, now it's better. But Ken Griffey Jr., he didn't juice either, I don't think. I mean,
we need to use the term.
Right.
We don't think he did.
Pot belly, skinny arms, like you can tell who did it,
No.
Luis Gonzalez juiced. I can tell you, honestly, if you give me because I've done it before, give me a list of 50 players from the 90s and early 2000s, and I'll tell you exactly which ones. Kevin Brown juiced, Mike Piazza juiced, Raul Mondesi juiced, Eric Karros juiced. Allegedly, I can name you all.
Do you know who's really flying under the radar this juicing thing?
Is it a current player or
current players?
Oh, what sport?
Yep.
Football?
No. Who do you never hear about with PEDs? Never.
Hockey?
Oh, hockey too.
Hockey.
But who else out of the three big American sports?
Baseball, basketball. Oh, basketball.
Basketball. You never hear about basketball.
But I think they're doing HGH.
Okay, so all right. So do you believe, because we never hear him coming out, because this is the NBA's dirty little secret. I'm telling you this right now.
You think so?
Oh God. So what you're telling me is that players in other sports, in every other sport, cycling,
but they don't
swimming,
really need it in steroids. I mean, in basketball, not as much.
No, they need it for recovery. And then the fact that these dudes pogo stick off the ground like this,
But a lot of them don't get hurt. That's how you tell if.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get.
No. The ones that do steroids get hurt though.
Well, I'm not talking about steroids. I'm talking about these.
Like who's somebody that gets hurt all the time in the NBA? I can't even think of anybody.
You don't have to. The way the technology is today? Is that if you take anabolic steroids, then yes, you're going to get hurt. But if you take things that are going to actually like perfect your body,
like human growth hormone.
Yeah.
Right. But supposedly there's a test that's coming out for it because the NBA find out.
Is it coming out for it?
Yeah.
And is out are two different things.
Are they testing for marijuana? Oh, they do test for marijuana.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke test though.
Yeah.
But the reality is this. Is that there is no way on earth that you have athletes in baseball, football, soccer, track, swimming, tennis.
Oh, all that stuff.
You
think Nadal juiced? Oh, actually, but
he got caught.
He did?
Yes, he got suspended for PEDs. Do you not remember that?
Maria Sharapova, but Nadal's body does break down a lot.
Golf, like you've had so many players. So if they do it in all of these
Tiger
sports,
was juiced 1,000%.
So I cannot deny
That's
this.
another guy. Look at his body break. I mean, he can't even.
So at no point in time, right, are you going to convince me that football, that every other sport juices or PEDs on some level and basketball doesn't?
Yeah, I'm sure there's lesser players that take it.
No.
But it's just not the same thing. It's not like a focused thing.
You don't think that shooting 3-pointers on an amazing basis?
There might be something I don't know about.
And people don't really realize how physical basketball really is.
It's yeah.
Like there's
and they changed the schedule now, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, but you're falling on the ground, you're getting up, all of this, right? So you can, I don't see how nobody talks about this.
Okay.
Is that there's no way that basketball players aren't on PEDs.
I'll tell you why. I think I know the answer, okay? Basketball is played by predominantly what?
Black people.
Okay, tell a black dude steroids will make your dick smaller and he ain't gonna touch it. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
but
right. See, I don't care. I'm Jewish. I was small to start with. I'm like,
yeah, but if you tell him that he'll make $200 million,
but his dick will shrink.
He'll like listen. I'll buy a penis extension. That's
what I'm missing.
Dude, there's no way that.
You think like James Harden? Yeah, but there could be like by the way, you know who my two least favorite guys that ever got caught.
Somebody just brought up Dwayne Wade. They said look at a picture of him 10 years ago and look at him now.
Well, speaking of Dwayne, do you think Dwayne Johnson juices?
The Rock?
Come on, dude, he fucking juices so much,
dude.
I hate. You know what? So somebody watches his Twitter feed because I shouldn't even admit this because my friend trains him. So he puts stuff on Facebook like I've been posing and like lifting weights. And I write like, dude, steroids. Like, so what? And dude, my comment's gone in like 5 seconds. So somebody's watching his page. Like I'll put steroids. Like even on Facebook, they put stuff like it's inspirational stuff.
Listen, here's what I will say about The Rock. Right? I believe. Here's what just my own personal belief again. I do not believe The Rock uses anabolic steroids. I do believe. Hold on.
Okay.
I do believe that if you tested him for PEDs, like in terms of like some sort of designer thing to help your body be better, I would say that if USADA tested him right now, he would fail.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's just put it this way. The human body cannot look like that without anabolic steroids. It's impossible. Like I can tell which guys, I walk into my gym, I know which guys are juicing and which guys aren't.
No, some people are just blessed like Rick.
No, that's 2%.
Yeah.
2 or 3%. The Rock is not that guy. I've seen The Rock when he was Ray Malavai, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Dude, baby fat, that guy juiced. And I mean, he juiced to lose it the first time, but now, dude, he's like, arms are like 28 inches and the human body cannot, like you're the 2%. Like you really can't look like that. How tall are you?
6'3".
You're 6'3", you weigh how much?
Like 270.
Okay, so I mean that's like the top 2%. You can't get that. The Rock, he's a big boy too, he's 6'4", whatever. You cannot look like that without anabolic steroids. And human growth hormone.
I think it's entirely possible.
No.
But you don't like here's where the myth is that you have to get big But there are so many guys who just want they make sure, like, I don't want to be suspected of this. So design something for me that's not going to make me get big. Design something for me that is going to make me faster, going to make me recover better.
And you would take that for sure. You would take it now.
I wouldn't take it now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, you're not as vain as I am.
For what? I mean, like, truth be told, all I really care about is like cosmetic muscles. Like, I just like, I don't need them like functional.
I don't want to be powerlifter or anything like that. It's all for me. It's all vain. It's all vanity.
Listen. I just want to look pretty good in my clothes. I mean, that is. I mean, like, that is really the end of the story.
That's it.
And at this point in time, I have not been motivated enough to.
You haven't been going to the gym?
Nah.
Really? What's going on?
Just kind of hurting some and busy. So. Yeah, so the gym in my mind is important.
See, for me, the gym is like, because my wife Hilda, who's now a big time CrossFitter, before she got into CrossFit.
Dude, you were. Oh yeah. So like, you can't be the dude who doesn't work out.
No. Not only that, but she used to get mad at me like, oh, you can skip the gym for a day, like that. You don't have to go, whatever. So now, when she skips like 2 days in a row, she gets in a bad mood. She understands why I would be cranky, and it's not for what I look like. It's because I just need, it's my alone time to get away because I always have the kids with me and I love my kids more than anything. But, you know, Facebook, Twitter, like, I'm at the gym, I don't do none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's just my time to get away. This is a good show, man. Shit, we did an hour and a half. Got a lot of comments from you guys. We keep it civil. I love it. Even though he's wrong about the whole Jemele thing.
No. You are completely off base with
Is she a lesbian?
No, she's not a lesbian.
Really?
Yes, dude, she's got.
She never talks about like guys or I look at her feed like she never talks about her boyfriend or anything.
Yes, she does.
Does she?
Yeah. She's actually getting. She'll probably be getting married soon to his name is Old Boy. Like that's what they refer to him on the show.
Old Boy.
Old Boy. Like that's like, you know, an ethnic colloquialism.
Yeah.
That, you know,
and by the way, have you met Michael Smith?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the worst. Did you see when he raced Chris Johnson from the Titans?
Oh, he's an awful athlete.
Oh my god,
he's an awful
he's
athlete.
got women hips. Like he's got like a dude. That was so freaking embarrassing, dude. Like, what is he doing?
Dude, he's not an athlete. He's a writer. He's a writer and TV host. Like,
and I give him credit. I like Michael Smith.
I mean, like, he's literally a black Rich Eisen. Like, exactly. Rich Eisen running a 40.
Richie's fast. Rich Eisen's faster.
Ooh, I would actually like to see that race.
Wait, did you see Keyshawn and
Marcellus?
Yes. Dude, that was first of all, Marcellus got, and I'm not a big Marcellus Wiley on the radio fan.
Yeah,
I know you're good friends with him, but dude, he got one of the best starts. Did you see the race?
Yeah,
dude, he jumped off the line. It was almost like.
And do you understand the difference is that like Keyshawn was a wide receiver, and the fact that
you want to talk about not a nice guy, by the way, Keyshawn. I got a couple stories for you. I'll share it next time. Maybe to you, but I got some Keyshawn stories. But you know about him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know Elsie Granderson's gay?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do he and I have in common? Not the gay thing, something else. We have the same love for tennis.
Oh, I love tennis as well.
You can sit and watch any match. Who's better, Nadal or Federer of all time? Who do you put as your GOAT? This is tough.
No, it's not.
Federer? But Nadal owns him, but Federer has closed the gap. Yeah. You know what makes Federer so great? As an athlete, you can respect this. He never gets hurt.
Yeah,
that means
last year was the first time that he really had some sort of.
But now he's starting to take more tournaments off, like the small tournaments. But I love. We can say this for another time. I absolutely love Roger Federer. He was my all-time favorite. But what I don't love about him is he doesn't have Nadal's heart. When he trails, he never comes back.
Listen,
Nadal, dude, Nadal. I want to name my son Rafael. My wife won't do it,
bro. I mean, it is okay to.
You got to give him credit.
I do agree that Nadal's one of the 4 greatest tennis players of all time.
So you got Federer, Nadal, Borg, and Sampras.
Yeah.
That's the Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
However, I will tell you this. I enjoy watching women's tennis significantly more than men's tennis.
No.
And
it's gotten better, though.
The reason why.
The longer rallies.
Yeah. And the men's tennis is too much of a commitment for me. Like, in terms of, like, the
slams, you mean? That when it's 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And other tournaments it's 2 out of 3.
Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about, is that the slams are just
I love it.
They're dude, like 3-4 hour matches.
I love it. Oh my God, that's the best thing about tennis.
The men's matches, I'm not tuning in until fourth set. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude, and that's when it gets fun for me.
No, but the women, dude, like I am in on Venus, Serena. I was in on Martina Hingis. I love watching Sharapova lose. I like the new girls. I like Sloane.
Okay, I have a question for you. Did you see Sloane versus Venus?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a lot of flack on this. You saw that, right?
The dumbest shit
no,
ever.
But listen, I'm not saying it was fixed. Okay, who ended up winning in the finals?
Sloane Stephens.
Right, but the other girl, what's her name?
Madison Keys.
Madison Keys, yeah. She had an even quicker match, but I was watching the match. I watched the whole thing from the beginning. Venus did not try in the first set. She lost 6-1. Sloane did not try in the second set. She went down 6-0.
But
in the third set, it took 3 times as long to play that one set as the first 2 sets. So I guarantee you, because they're friends, in the locker room they said, hey, we'll go hard that last set so we save up energy.
No.
Dude,
no.
It was too obvious.
I'm going to tell you what the problem is.
It was too obvious. I was watching. Did you guys see that?
I'm going to tell you what the problem is. Is that so Venus won the first set, right? No,
she lost the first set, 6-1.
So is that Venus has trouble in the end of tournaments because she's got that Slurm's or however syndrome, the autoimmune disease. So like had she known that she had it 10 years ago, she would have won more tournaments because she would have been able to deal with it medically better, like she is now that she's able to win again. So she has trouble in the tournaments. And then so she lost the first set. And then she is such a veteran and competitor. She came back and won the second set.
Okay, but
Sloane was taken off guard because she's over there winning. So she dominates the first set, right?
I watched tennis so long. 6-1 and then 0-6.
But mind you, like these weren't like 40 loves. Like they were going to deuce.
They weren't long rallies.
And there were ads.
The other ones were long rallies.
And when you get into third set, it's nut cutting time, dude. It's like, wait, hold up. No. I'm not getting ready to lose this right
now. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I love Rafael Nadal. He goes hard the whole time. Like when Federer went down to Del Potro 2-1 and he lost that tiebreaker, I knew it was over for Roger. I've seen it all the time. I gotta go. It's been a great show, man.
Yeah. So. Anyways, you guys, thank you for joining us today.
You're getting a lot of flack from the Trump lovers.
That's all right. I mean, it's fine, you know.
But they're not racists.
No, dude. That's
what people think. People think if you love Trump and like so they're against. That's what I hated most about Obama. That's a whole white lash thing. I know we said we gotta go, but I hated the people that said if you're against Obama's policies, if you didn't like him, you're a racist. That's what they're doing now. If you vote for Trump or you agree with his policies, you're a racist. That's not fair.
No.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you really quick.
Okay.
There's a couple of guys that I saw that came on here, old friends of mine, and they put on Facebook, if you support Donald Trump, I want you to unfriend me. Nobody would ever say that who did not support Hillary Clinton. If you support that dyke, unfriend me. They would never say that.
Dude, look,
that's the difference. That's the world we live in.
It's so damn sensitive.
We'll pick it up next time.
Yeah, because the reality is this, dude. Is that not all Trump supporters are racist, right? Some Trump supporters are racist.
Right.
And
some Obama supporters are racist for blacks. And some black supporters.
You can't be racist if you're black.
Oh,
you can
man.
be. No, hold up.
Okay.
You can have because the whole tenet of racism is that you have the ability to oppress.
So what's the word for it?
You can call it
hatred,
bigotry, hatred. You can call it.
Okay. That's semantics to me.
Yeah, I mean it is semantics, but I'm just saying
because I'll give you an example when on my Facebook feed when I see friends fighting. And then it's on a public feed, and there'll be a black dude that'll call a friend of mine a cracker, you white piece of shit. But the white dude never goes there with the black guy. It's always that guy that goes there first.
That is completely. That is.
I'm saying from what I saw.
Well, then you should check some black people's Twitter feeds then. Who are in media?
Okay.
I mean, dude. I mean, even on here on Periscope, I've been called a nigger at least in the last
I saw that.
few months at least 50 times.
By the way, you guys, that doesn't like. We were here.
Yeah.
And he's like tapping me like, look, he's like, you dumb nigger, whatever. Like, dude, that's so stupid. Like that. See, that's what I'm saying.
So if you don't want to listen, Go find somewhere else to listen.
Yeah.
Like, that's the craziness about it. Like, you want to come on and fight with me? Like, no.
Yeah.
So, So I'll end on this. Not all Trump supporters are racist, right? And the idea that a differing of opinion makes you a racist, I don't agree with that.
Good.
I do believe though that just like I teach my kids is that sometimes you can be associated with the wrong people or wrong ideas if those are the people that you hang out with.
Okay, but like the friends that I have and my relatives that love Trump. Okay, I'll give you one more example since my cousin's watching. My cousin's wife, one of my cousin's wives, will not talk to anybody who was a Trump supporter. She unfriended all of us.
That's asinine.
Okay, that's what happened. I just found out because he popped up. It's not even him, but one of our cousins who cannot stand Trump. I understand she hates him. But because we don't hate him, and like I said, I didn't vote for him, but because we don't hate him like she does, so we're all wrong, and she unfriended all of us.
The only thing that's going to fix the situation is two things that we in here is love, and then actually having open, honest conversations without, like, we've been able to talk about things without name calling, without.
But I noticed the other side is the name callers. Like my friend Benjamin, who's on here, he's another guy. He always gets educated.
See, but you just did it.
But I'm saying what I saw.
Everybody, like whether you're a Democrat, Republican, whether.
But I don't see conservatives. Left, right? I don't see conservatives. Liberals getting shut down at Cal, Berkeley, and these schools. I don't see it. I just don't. When I see that, then I'll be more open to it. Like, oh shit, Bill Clinton went to go speak, and
people are more sensitive to the issues of people of color and women.
Okay, but
now hold on, because for so long they were ignored, and now people are hypersensitive about it. And yes, that feels like oppression to some people. But when you look at what's happening in sports, that's why I said, well, we can end here. That's why I said I love what's happening in sports right now, which is political stuff and people talking about it, and people being open, honest, and not being afraid to, regardless of what side that they stay on. Because at the point in time that you actually have discussion about things,
right,
is when healing can happen. Because if you've ever been to therapy, you know that just sweeping stuff under the rug, right, and not talking about it, nothing is better.
So this is healthy. And I want to thank all you guys for watching, and you guys over here.
Yep.
Spread the word.
Yep.
Get us on radio. Get us on satellite.
Yeah, because it might be tough, bro, because some people, they may not be ready, dude. They may not be ready.
For what?
For what goes on and with our conversations. All right, Rights or Wrong out. Please like the feed, share the feed.
Have a great day.